Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nikki and today we are going to be learning how to milk a goat. I know in the very beginning I was so confused, how do people actually milk, especially Nigerian dwarfs? So I was like, their teats are just so small. But I feel like I have gotten to a place where I'm pretty quick. So this is how I do it. So we first start with adding some hot soapy water to a bowl. And then I just throw a cloth in there, and this will come outside with me to milk. So when I'm milking, I use cob, which is corn, oats, barley, and the goats really, really love it. They willingly jump up onto this milk stanchion, whatever, so they can get milked and eat some of this. So let's bring in the first goatie. I just take my wet cloth and I give her udder a good wipe. So I like to just kind of grab here and then squeeze together. Thumb up here, and I use my pointer finger to kind of push the milk down. She has longer teats, even though she's a first-time freshener, which makes things a little bit easier. She also helps me by lifting her leg. I go right hand, same thing, kind of around, and then I use my right finger. I'm a little bit stronger on my right hand. You can also do two fingers, kind of a pinchy. I find this doesn't work as well on goats like her with longer teats, but I'll show you on a goat that has shorter. But same kind of idea. I wrap my hand around, and then I use my finger to kind of pinch the teat against the palm of my hand. She has a little bit of smaller teats here, so you can see you can just do two fingers if you want. I kind of do that until her udder softens up a little bit, and I can do the reach around, because I find my fingers get really tired after I just do the two finger method. And I play around with hand placements. Like I said, normally I do my left hand for the right side, but right now, because I'm coming from the back, the left for the left side is doing better. But I just switch back and forth hands whenever my hands get tired. So I do pasteurize our milk, which means I'm not as concerned if like a hair falls in this. And you can see this milk station does have the headlock for the goats, but honestly, our goats are so friendly that I've never actually needed to use it. And I find I'm able to milk them fast enough that they don't really, like, I usually have to kick them off of the milk stand sooner than they're ready to leave, if that makes sense. So it has taken me a little bit of time to work up to being able to hand milk 5 of them in like 15 minutes, but with practice it definitely is possible. So sometimes I'll go next to them here, but you always squirt out the first little bit. I do 2 pulls usually, and then I start collecting the milk. And then I just have my bigger jar that I pour the milk into. Same thing, take the cloth, give them a good clean. So like I mentioned, I milk 5 goats and it takes me about 15 minutes. I do kid share, so the Marshmallow, the first goat, she has 1 baby. This girl, Cottontail, she also has 1 baby. This is Snow White, and she is a little bit more picky. I would say she's probably our least friendly goat. So I still have to lift her back legs up, but she's come super far. She is still very skittish after we're done milking and before, But during milking, she's great, and she produces quite a bit. So, something else I forgot to mention, if you're not kid sharing with the goats, make sure that you're massaging the udders in between milking. So like right now, if she would stop with the milk, I would just give her udder a massage like so, because you want to make sure you're getting all the milk out. Just like humans, goats produce milk on an as needed basis, and if you're asking more of them, then they will produce more. Snow White, we call her Snowbee. Thanks, Soaps. She is nursing, she has 2 kids, a boy and a girl. The other 2 goats had boys. This year for baby goats, we had 8 boys and 4 girls, which was just crazy. So we're just trying to decide what is going to happen to the boys. They're all so friendly and so sweet. So we're struggling a little bit with it. That's the part of homesteading that I knew was coming, but it doesn't make it any less hard. Snows. Oh, see, I stand up and she's just gone. Okay, so she gave 2 1/4 cups or so. This is Courtney. She is the 2nd goat I ever milked. The first Nigerian Dwarf. She had quads this year. So crazy. But I did end up pulling one of them as a bottle baby because she was born like so incredibly tiny. If I find the footage, I will insert it here because it was crazy. But yeah, the 4th one is a bottle baby. So needless to say, she's nursing 3 kids. So I do not take much from her. This is just about the routine and making sure that she's well nourished and all the things. So I really only take maybe 1/2 cup until she's done. Then I will start taking a little bit more. So this is Waffles. Hi, Mokes. Hi, Mokey Pokey. Mocha's, he's kind of weaning himself. Want some milk? He's just, I don't know. He'll take 1 bottle a day, usually around noon now, but I still offer it. Oh, he's drinking a little bit. This is Marshmallow. She's one of the goats I milked. This is her son. It makes me laugh every time. He's nearly the same size as her. So watching him drink is just like, hey mom, I'm here for some milk. It's just hilarious. So I'll just get a big pan, a strainer, and then a coffee filter. And then I slowly pour the milk in just to be filtered properly. Now, I've never had a problem with goaty tasting milk, but I do know lots of people struggle with that. So if you are, make sure that you are right away chilling your milk. But because I will immediately pasteurize it, it just hasn't been an issue. You can put those metal ice cubes in the bottom of your milk pail when you go out to milk. Sometimes that makes a difference. I find the Nigerian Dwarfs don't really produce that goaty tasting milk. It's actually quite sweet. I would say like a brown sugar milk. So I'll just let this filter through and then we'll take it over to the heat. And you can see here there was just like 1 little piece and then some hair. So this is why I use a coffee filter. So this is what we use. We have just a milk jar. This is how we know that our milk is pasteurized and ready to be used. Then I put a canning funnel on top, and the milk has cooled enough where I can actually just touch the pot like so. And then it is perfect. thank you so much for coming with me while I milked my goats, and thank you for watching. I appreciate you more than you know. Take care.